A major Dancing with the Stars shakeup as Tyra Banks is out for next season, but who will take her place? Hey guys, and welcome back to Shared News. We're gonna get all into these dwts updates, but before we do that, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. I'm your host, Zachary Reality, joined by Kayla G. Kayla, were you shocked when this news broke this morning? Because I kind of saw it coming, but I also it came out of nowhere too.
I was not shocked, but I was a little thankful. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a Tyra Banks hater on Dancing with the Stars, and I've seen a lot of Twitter is too. Yeah, I wasn't surprised, and I think it needed to happen. I think it's best for Tyra and her career and Dancing with Stars and the future of the show. And I just don't think they meshed. I'm all for it, and I'm excited for the future of the show.
I mean, it definitely was time because she did get a lot of flack, I think, in the past couple of seasons that she's been hosting, especially the whole Logan Barker, Landon Barker thing. And that happened not once, but twice. So there was just a major disconnect with the audience. And I will say the Dancing with the Stars fans, they run deep. They are hardcore. They've been watching forever. So I think that they are very critical of anyone who would take over the hosting position. But even with Tyra, it just felt like there was this major disconnect. So I do believe that it is her time to go. And I personally think that Alfonso will be great on his own, but we'll get into it. Now, Tyra actually broke the news to TMZ after she was leaving a Whole Foods. She said, "I feel like it's really time for me to focus on my business and my entrepreneurship and also producing more TV, but behind the scenes. I think it's time to graduate from the dance floor to the stock market floor, from the ballroom to the boardroom. I think it's time. I'm an entrepreneur at heart. My soul is into my business, and producing new TV is just, you can't do it. You can't do all that when you're hosting a show." She wants to do more. She wants to produce more TV and focus on her business. Now, this is crazy that she is outside of a Whole Foods giving this tea. What were your thoughts on how she broke the announcement?
Yeah, I mean, she even threw in some one-liners from the ballroom to the boardroom. She knew she was waiting for that headline, right? And it kind of makes me question if the breakup's a little messy, because wouldn't normally ABC do a statement? And the fact that just a TMZ caught her outside grocery shopping and that's when she decided to do this big announcement, it's very surprising to me. Yeah, I mean, she was probably trying to get ahead of it since there was such a backlash the past, not one season, but all three of the seasons, all the different mistakes she's had and stuff like that. I mean, I think there was trending Tyra Banks after one of the episodes, and just people give her a hard time, and it probably doesn't make her feel super great either, right? So it also makes me think, is she going to have another business announcement? Is there going to be something else big coming up for her that we can look forward to? Because, I mean, I liked Tyra before Dancing with the Stars, but it really kind of put a icky taste in my mouth once she was host, because it was just this is not for you, sweetie. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think that it's possible ABC wanted to cut ties with her because, she did a few years of the show. What was it, 3 seasons? She covered it. And I think that it was just not working. But I also think it did kind of add a lot to the show because there was a lot of camaraderie. Not hating on her, but they were hating on her online. Everybody was like, what's Tyra gonna do? How is Tyra gonna mess up? And I almost felt like sometimes every show needs a villain in a way, even if it's not that serious.
Ooh.
She kind of was the villain of Dancing with the Stars, and I feel like every show needs a villain.
I love that. Yeah, maybe you're right, because I mean, it did create a lot of headlines after, so maybe kind of good for us in that way. But I know also just kind of how she started, I think rubbed people the wrong way when Tom Bergeron was just out like that and Tyra in, and it was kind of whiplash for all of us friends, right? So I'm kind of thinking are we gonna get Tom back?
But wasn't it Tom's time to leave and retire? I don't think that it's Tyra's fault that she replaced him. I think it was his time to leave the show.
If I remember correctly, it wasn't his choice. It was Dancing with the Stars, and for me, I think he was still in his prime. I thought he was part of Dancing with the Stars, part of the brand and what I looked forward to. I thought he was funny. He knew everybody. You could tell, you kind of said, the fans, the cast, they're all a family. And I think he was kind of the dad of that family. So at least for me, it hit me hard when he left.
No, I know. And listen, I've only been watching for a few years, so I can't even I didn't have the same attachment to Tom as many other Dancing with the Stars fans have had. It says online he's 67, so I don't know if he was ready to retire or if they're gonna bring him back. I think a lot of people online are already rooting for him to come back. There also is the potential of
Mhm.
Caitlin Bristow hosting, maybe Gabby Windey hosting, maybe Mark Ballas as a host. You know, he recently just said that he
Ooh.
is no longer dancing anymore with a celebrity partner, but he still wants to be involved. Cheryl Burke has also expressed that she could be open, you know, to being involved in the show, not as a
Right.
dancer. So there is a lot of options. And Len Goodman also just retired. So there's a lot of options and a lot of changes. What is your ideal situation for hosting next season?
You know what? I think Alfonso did such an amazing job. I think he would do good on his own, but I do think because they can you kind of need a person up in the balcony and up on, down on the floor. So I loved watching Gabby and Alfonso their chemistry this last season, and I think they kind of tried out Gabby. She was a co-host of Dancing with the Stars live tour, and from what I've heard, I think, and we saw her together, I think she did a great job. And so I think that would be a fun duo, but there's something kind of calling me for Caitlin Bristow. I think she would be so good, and she's such a professional host. I've been doing her podcast for so long. She's a winner. When it comes to Mark Ballas, I don't think there's any way in hell he would be the host. I just could not see him. Not that they wouldn't want him. I don't think Mark would want to do it. And Cheryl Burke,
It's
I don't
not
know.
going to be
Maybe
Caitlyn,
instead
though.
you don't think so? Why?
Because Caitlyn is in Tennessee, like she's in a different phase of her life. Like I think that it would make sense for Gabby to do it. She's moving to LA. We know that from seeing Kate at Dancing with the Stars that she's taking Gabby apartment hunting. Like I think it would make sense for Gabby to be Alfonso's co-host. But Caitlyn is just so far removed from the show and everything. It wouldn't really make sense to bring her back, even if you know she won the show.
Yeah, from my experience with watching Caitlyn and watching different things she does, I think Dancing with the Stars holds a really special place in her heart. And if for a certain time in the year she has to relocate to LA, I personally think she would. But I actually love your theory. We just had a Bachelor panel of the Bachelor headlines, and there was a big one that was connected to Dancing with the Stars, Gabby, Wendy, and Alan. They
Yeah.
were
Uh-huh.
spotted together. People are thinking they're a couple, and this kind of news comes out the night before Tyra Banks resigns. So your connection there of like, okay, Gabby's in the headlines, Dancing with the Stars couple headline, and then this happens right after.
Mhm.
You might be onto something. I think there's a PR strategy there, and I wouldn't be mad at it.
There's definitely a PR strategy. I mean, the thing that makes it a little like, is just because when we went to the live tour, like I told you, I really felt there was chemistry and banter between Alan and Gabby. Like I saw it
You did
firsthand.
call it.
So that's why I was
Mhm.
just like, maybe. And you kind of thought that too, because we were there. But
Mhm.
also, this does
We
feel
were.
very PR that they were spotted on this date. Because if they really wanted to go on a date, they could have gone anywhere low key and not have been seen, and no one would have
Mhm.
cared. Maybe one fan would have snapped a picture. When there is a bunch of
Totally.
articles coming out, you know that there's some PR strategy behind it. So I do think that Gabby is going to be co-hosting with Alfonso, and that is my final prediction.
I'm 99% in with you. I think there's always going to be a wild card. You never know what franchises are going to do. And ABC also, like Jesse Palmer for Bachelor, kind of came out of nowhere for me. So you never know. But I would like that. Like I said, like Alfonso and Gabby have chemistry, and I think they were kind of my favorite part of last season. Just their like small, like couple minute interviews, like made the episodes for me. So I would watch it. I would love to watch it. I'm Team Gabby on this one.
For sure. And Len is leaving, as I mentioned. So we're down to just three judges: Carrie Ann, Bruno, and
Mhm.
Derek. I think they might just keep three judges. Maybe they'll do like celebrity special guest judges each week or some weeks, depending on the night of the theme.
I could
But
see
I have
that.
a feeling that three judges works, right? I mean, Len was always the head judge, so he would be the tiebreaker when Bruno, Carrie Ann, and Derek disagreed. So I think a lot of fans might be down to just have three hosts this way. I mean, three judges. This way, it's a lot easier when you're breaking a tie and it's more fair because if they're split on the decision, it would just be two versus one or one versus two, not two versus two. And then Len kind of coming in here.
You're totally right. That makes sense. You did mention Cheryl Burke was after the hosting job. Maybe Judge could actually make more sense for her. I would maybe be into that. But yeah, I like the 3/4. You're right. But at the same time, if there is going to be a replacement of Len, I kind of need that grumpy old man energy. I looked forward to that. I thought it was fun. Like maybe a Simon Cowell vibe. I don't know. It's a different
Grandpa
energy.
John.
And like Cheryl Burke, always. I'm Team Grandpa John for any show. any role, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he'll might be front row watching if Gabby Wendy is hosting. So I mean, we're gonna maybe see lots of Bachelor people, maybe more come to the Dancing with the Stars tapings to support our girl, Gabby.
But we'll definitely see what happens. Dancing with the Stars is set to come back in September. It's most likely going to be on Disney Plus because that's what it was streaming on last year. I don't really think they would move it back to television. And I did gather from the tour we went to last week that there are looking for more LGBTQ celebrity guests to be on the show with the dancers, contestants. So there is definitely a lot of
Amazing.
exciting things in store for this next season. Is there anything else that you are looking forward to seeing? I mean, I can't wait for it to come back. It's so far away.
I know. It's only like I feel like all other reality shows are just in your face all the time, but Dance with the Stars really like goes away for a second and then kind of reemerges. And I can't
Hmm.
wait to get the new cast list. And we're a big Bachelor Nation people over here. So who's going to be the newest Bachelor people? Is it going to be someone from Zach's season? Definitely kind of speculating about the upcoming cast. It's so much fun to do. So I'm just looking forward to it and kind of interesting to see the fallout of what happens from just this morning. Tyra made that announcement, and if everyone knew she was going to make that announcement. So I'm kind of excited to see maybe some drama trickle from that. So I'll have my eyes and ears open.
Hmm. For sure. I mean, I could see Charity if people fall in love with her as the Bachelorette, which we know that they will. I wouldn't be surprised if she was dancing come this fall. It'll be after she's already engaged and happy, as long as all goes according to plan. So, as Kayla said, we will be staying tuned because that is everything we have for you guys today. So, let us know your thoughts on Tyra leaving the show in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you're always up to date with all things Dancing with the Stars. What was I saying to you at the tour nonstop?
Carrie Ann
Remember?
Amaba.
No, it's a 10.
No, you said Carrie Ann Amaba a lot too. Maybe in conductor
Yeah,
with
that
that
too.
as well.
In conductor. Okay, Kayla, ready? Carrie Ann Inaba.
10.
There you
It's a
go.
10.
Literally, I was doing this to her. I was doing this to her the whole night.
Oh yeah, I mean at least 50 times. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Could not stop.
We were sitting right next to a bunch of the dancers and got to meet
Mhm.
you, met Val. I met Jenna. I had no idea that Val was with them. I'm still kicking myself over that, but it was so much fun.
And Coco and Dom from Perfect Match. We had a good night.
Yes. It was a great night.
Yes, well, you guys can check out more of our experience at Dancing with the Stars on our socials. We will leave them on the screen right now. You guys can follow me at Zachary Reality, and you can follow Kayla at...
Stop Wearing My Clothes Pod.
Thank you all so much for watching. Definitely let us know your thoughts down below, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.